Welcome to a new section. In this video, we are going to study the characteristics of image formed by lenses. By using ray diagrams, we can easily understand image characteristics. For that, first we are going to study three common rays used to draw ray diagrams. You need to consider any two of them to draw ray diagrams. First, incident ray parallel to principal axis. Let us understand it by drawing a convex and a concave lens. Draw principal axis for the lenses. Mark focus f1 and f2 for both the lenses. So here we are considering the incident ray parallel to the principal axis for both the lenses. For convex lens, this ray will pass through the principal focus on the other side of the lens. For a concave lens, this ray will diverge such that it appears to be coming from the principal focus located on the same side of the lens. So this is one ray we are going to consider for drawing ray diagrams of lens. That is the incident ray parallel to the principal axis. The second ray we are going to consider here is for a convex lens, the incident ray passing through the principal focus. For a case of concave lens, the ray is incident ray appears to be meet at principal focus. So we are going to draw the figure for understanding it. For that, we are going to draw a convex lens and a concave lens. Let us draw the principal axis. Mark the focus f1 and f2. Here also the principal focus is f1 and f2. For a convex lens, we are going to consider the incident ray passing through the principal focus. So the ray is such that it passes through the principal focus. But for a concave lens, the incident rays appears to meet at the principal focus. The ray is such that it appears to meet at the principal focus. So here the second ray is the incident ray passing through the principal focus for convex lens, and for concave lens the incident ray appears to be meet at the principal focus. In both cases, after refraction, the ray emerges parallel to the principal axis. So in both the cases, the ray emerges parallel to the principal axis. The third ray we are going to consider here is a ray passing through the optical center. So for understanding it, we are going to consider two lenses again, that is convex and concave lenses. Let us draw the principal axis. Mark the principal focus f1, f2 for both the cases. Also mark here the optical center O. In this case, we are going to draw the light ray passing through the optical center. In both the cases, the light ray passing through the optical center will pass without any deviation. So we studied three rays which can be used to draw ray diagrams. We need to select any two of these rays to draw ray diagrams. First ray we considered here is the incident ray parallel to the principal axis. After refraction, it passes through the principal focus on the other side of a convex lens, and for concave lens, it appears to be diverged from the principal focus of the same side of the lens. The second ray we considered here is the incident ray passing through the principal focus for convex lens, and the incident ray appears to meet at the principal focus for concave lens. And after refraction, both rays will emerge parallel to the principal axis. And the third ray we considered here is a ray passing through the optical center. It passes without any deviation. So by using these three rays, we can draw ray diagrams for convex and concave lenses for different positions of object. Now we are going to study image formation of a concave lens by drawing ray diagrams using these rays. So image formation by concave lenses. So here we are going to study two different types of image formation by concave lenses based on the position of the object. First case is when object is placed at infinity. For understanding it, we can draw the ray diagram. For that, draw a concave lens, draw the principal axis, mark the positions of optical center f1 to f1, f2 and to f2. In this case, we know the object is placed at infinity. So the rays are parallel to the principal axis. We know if rays are parallel to the principal axis for a concave lens, then these rays will diverge such that it appears to be coming from the principal focus on the same side of the lens. That is, it appears to be coming from f1. So in this case, the image is formed at f1. That is the principal focus on the same side. We can see the size of the image is highly diminished. That is, the size of the image is point. So, the size of the image is highly diminished or point sized. Also, you can see the image is virtual because it appears to be coming from the principal focus here. So, it is virtual and erect. So, if the object is placed at infinity for a concave lens, then the image is formed at f1. It is a highly diminished point size image. It is virtual and erect. Now we are going to study the second case, that is, the object is placed in between infinity and optical center of the lens. So, for understanding this case, we are going to draw the ray diagram. For that, we can draw a concave lens. Draw the principal axis. Mark the positions of optical center O, f1 to f1, f2 and to f2. Here the object is placed in between infinity and the optical center. For drawing the ray diagrams, we can consider two rays. First ray is a ray parallel to the principal axis. We know after refraction, this ray will diverge such that it appears to be coming from the principal focus f1. Second ray is a ray passing through the optical center. We know it will pass without any deviation. So, these two rays are diverging rays. So, it will not meet at any point here. But you can see these two rays are coming or appear to be coming from a point here. So, we can observe an image here. So, in this case, the image is formed between f1 and O. What about the size of the image? We can see the size of the image is less when compared to the size of the object. So, the image is diminished. Also, you can see it is a virtual and erect image. So, if the object is placed in between infinity and optical center of the lens, then the image is formed between f1 and O. It is a diminished image, virtual and erect image. So, we studied two cases of image formation for a concave lens based on the position of the object. Thank you for watching this video. Keep learning. If you are not yet subscribed to our channel, please subscribe it. Also, please like and share this video.